Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. Typically, championships are foremost on the Crimson Tide's mind, but today it might be revenge. Florida State rolls in to take on the Tide. The Seminoles last year knocked Alabama for a loop in the season opener. Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with you. Let's go down to the field in Hollywood.
Well, as you can imagine, Florida State against Alabama has a lot of connotations here in college football. Alabama had to survive that opening week loss that was so embarrassing. Kalen DeBoer says that was the thing that drove them all season long, eventually making the college football playoff. But keep in mind, these players might want a little revenge as Florida State takes on Alabama. Back to you guys.
And the Noles ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
With the catch, it's Edwards. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Keelan Russell. Hauls it in. Got room at the 35. Oh, he found a space on the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Upstairs he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Throws to the wideout. Caught outside the numbers. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Grabbed it in the end zone, but caught it just out of... It's on the left sideline, it's incomplete. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. On the option. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Russell. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Working on the right. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Looking for the 2-point try. Russell. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Russell. Here comes the heat. He's got him. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quick strike complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Alabama will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Russell. Moving away from pressure. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. Motion from the wideout. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Lets it fly deep downfield. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Makes it past the marker. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. And if you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Quarterback may change this route. Gonna run it. It's Hill. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell on play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Russell. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, and maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball on the ground.
Complete downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw again.
And that's a big play for this offense.
Makes the grab in their space. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just steamrolling the defense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, no! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Number 36 sets a kickoff.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. They go play action with Russell. Rush is on him, being chased. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Fights off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They only need about the length of the football to convert on second down. Might be changing the route. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Second and inch is a really good time to take a shot. From the red zone, it's Hill. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wide receiver going in motion. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetrated.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown time!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That keeps the score Alabama 34, Florida State 6. Number 45, set to kick out.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points.
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Russell. He's going for a big play downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He might want another play. Russell on play action. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust it. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Again, it's Russell. This time he's got his man. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Bowling Green taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Falcons eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Gonna let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I feel the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quickly complete. How about that defense